Hey, Dipo here. I believe we are live. We are live. This is Dipo. I wanted to use this opportunity to welcome you. This is going to be a very, very short training, and I believe it's going to be very, very impactful. We're talking about hypnotic selling. We're talking about hypnotic selling secrets. How can you get your prospects begging you to sign up with you? That's because there's a process that needs to be followed. That's because the way you need to approach the presentation of your business that that becomes so critical that you get people uh, wanting to flock to you, wanting to do business with you. And just a little bit of history for those of you that do not know me and probably watching this live. My name is Dipo Lori, and I'm usually joined here by my business partner Lori. Lori Sue, and I'm hoping she'll be able to get online and connect with you on this training. So just be on the lookout for Lori Sue, and I hope she'll be able to join us. Right? But just a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Dipo Lori, and for me, it started in 2002. And my question to you would be, what would you do if you find yourself alone, cold, and thousands of us with everything you know? Because that is where I found myself in January 2018 when I left my home country, Nigeria, to pursue a better life for myself and for my family. And I left a warm climate that I was familiar with, and to the first of like I just said, in the month of January, into a different weather, a different climate. Like I said, I left my home country to come to the United States to pursue a better life. I actually was going to go to school, to college, um, to, to further my studies. So I landed there in Michigan finally. Well, but imagine someone who has always lived in the one country to be at a time like that in January in a cold region like that in Michigan. And uh, the challenge that I faced was so huge in terms of especially the weather. There was the weather change, there was the food change, there was the culture change. Um, a whole lot of changes, and I was able to look at challenges that I had to I was able to look at the challenges. And hey, she's here. I just about Lori, see my wonderful business partner that I'm always excited to be with and allow her to be able to share ideas with you. Uh, just real quick, why why don't I quickly finish my while Laurie is getting prepared, I'm gonna finish my story quickly. So I left, like I said, I had to overcome all those challenges. I had to overcome all those barriers. Uh, but all I was going for was to get good grades, go to school, get good grades, and at the end of the day, be able to retire and work for a company for 4 years or more, so that at the end of my time, I can down 40% of what was earned in the first place. That was all I was told. I was taught because I thought that was the way, the path to run. Right? So that was how I was going, and I kept on going that way really because I didn't have any other work to me anything because my mentor, my dad, told me that told me an email said, "Take up one of the grades, let's study grade." But I looked at one and I said, "Oh my goodness, I don't know any grade person that I can study." That's when they recommended my first book, my first journey to personal, my first personal development, my first journey into personal development, which was Rich Dad Program. And when I read the book, I was like, oh my goodness, I have been doing this differently. It opened me to a whole new world. I realized that the rich operated in a different level, in a different class, in a different quadrant from where the middle and the poor people or poor class operated. And that's when I realized I needed to make a shift right away. I realized that rich people own their own businesses. So I went into real estate and I lost money at it. I went to into options trading, stock trading, and I lost money at it, thousands of dollars lost on it. And I wanted to know what marketing and I was failing at it too, but I couldn't quit because that was when I was told now that I have new information that rich people own their businesses, but I couldn't quit even though I was feeling struggling and failing. Until I connected with a mentor and a system. A mentor and a system. Those two things really transformed my life. With a mentor helping me to understand that I needed to work on this if I wanted to be successful, and a system to help me shorten the learning curve, so that I can so I can arrive at success faster than if I did without it. And I mean, I can tell you, I've made thousands of dollars online, but I still always have to impress you, but to impress upon you that it's possible for me, it's possible for you as well too. And uh, and that's really part of my just a little bit of my story. Uh, and I hope that really inspires you to begin to decide to go for your dreams because you are absolutely worth it. And like I said, I am excited to be joined here by my wonderful business partner, an absolutely tremendously awesome woman. And I mean, it's just a privilege for me to be aligned with her. I mean, I really do thank God that I have such a wonderful person who is there to motivate me as well. And you get the opportunity to connect with her here tonight. Lori, you're absolutely welcome. Why don't you come on?
All right. Hey, thanks, Dipo. Can you hear me okay? All right, cool. There was a little bit of feedback while you were talking, but I'm not sure if that's my computer or if that's, you know, I don't know. It could be my computer. So, but I can still understand you. I can still hear you, so that's awesome. Yeah, so how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
That's wonderful.
I'm actually in the library. Are you still getting the feedback?
Oh, no, it actually sounds really good right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. I don't know
So,
what
oh, okay, you're in the library.
Yes, I'm in the library, exactly. That's why you don't see
Your
my
books? Yeah, they were
exact
missing, all
numbers.
your bookshelves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
So,
I'm in a room where there's computers and stuff, but it's got one of those sensor lights. So if I don't
uh,
move, the lights will go off. So you may
uh,
have seen me doing this for a little while,
uh,
so I could still, so you can see me, at all.
absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
anyway, so I'm
So,
so excited to be here too. This is important for for our viewers and our subscribers to get these tidbits, and hopefully for us to help them, to be able to move ahead in their businesses and the things that they want to do. But I enjoy it too. I always get so much out of it. Dipo, you bring to the table some amazing things, and I can take notes and enjoy that too. And I always end up growing every time I am on one of these hangouts with you. So I sure appreciate that.
oh, thank you, Laurie. And I really do also get golden nuggets whenever I just open my mouth and you just begin to share with us as well too. And you see, it's all about the togetherness and the uplifting and the supporting each other. And that's what we do here. We take a stand as leaders to help uh, to help build you our leaders, to help build you our subscribers in terms of helping you get to your next level. And that's what we do. We take a stand for you as a community. So,
Yep,
so,
yep.
so I really appreciate being here together tonight for you to share with others. Laurie, we have about 15 minutes to go,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to go a little bit into your story so people can get to know a little bit about you? Or do you want us to just run with?
Yeah, I can
Yes.
condense it a little bit. Yeah. Well, let me do that. Let me condense my story. I come from a background of health and fitness. So, I mean, ever since I can remember, I was thinking about it yesterday, actually. I've done a lot of different things, but they all kind of come back to two things, and that's the fitness and food. So Dipo knows I really like food. So if it evolves around that, food is involved in fitness, I'm in. But anyway, so I was in that field growing up all through, and became a personal trainer and did odd jobs on and off. But what it really boils down to is I realized that I wanted something more. I didn't want to be stuck in a job, and I absolutely didn't want to be a slave. Even if I had my own business, I felt like there had to be a way for me to be able to have and be my own boss, but not be a slave to it. And I had heard that with restaurant owners, with my field going into fitness, and owning your own clubs, that it was 90 hours a week that these people were working, that, you know, to keep it going. And I knew that that just wasn't for me. And so I started looking. Oh gosh, it's been probably 7 years now that I've been looking online, actually trying to figure out how do I make, I thought that there's got to be something online that I can do. I actually thought I would maybe do the fitness and the nutrition and be able to do that kind of thing, but came upon this great, you know, there's been a succession. You'll find in your life that, and maybe you watching this right now are in that place where there are steps, there are things that happen, people you met, books you read, people you came across, and as you became aware, you were put in places along the way to absolutely be educated and learn this knowledge that sets you up for the next step. And I just see that in my life totally, that and so that when this was presented to me, like Dipo was saying, I saw a system, I met a mentor, and thought, you know, this is just too great to pass up, because this is something where, yes, you can have your cake and eat it too, if you want to call it that, where I could work from home or anywhere where there was an internet connection, and I could make that happen for myself so that I could continue on with the fitness and the food and the family and do the things I really want to do with the people I really want to be with, so that I'm making time matter with the people that matter. And so that's, you know, really why I stepped away from an industry of fitness and health, which is a great industry, but stepped into the field of internet. And it was a long process of learning websites and SEO and all this, lot of things I didn't understand, backlinking and the graphic designs, and a lot of that I still don't get, which is pretty cool. You do not have to get that. You know, when I saw that system again, I was thrilled to find out that I don't have to be tech savvy. You know, I don't have to even know. You know, I know we have a couple people that came in that didn't even know what Google was. You know, which is awesome. So that means that that it's wide open, and with the amount of people that are getting online, you know, like I had someone come up to me the other day and say, you know, do you have where do we find a phone book anymore? Well, you're right, we don't. You know, we get on our phone or we get online and we Google it. You know, it's become a verb to Google. And so, you know, I just think it's a super place to be able to connect with people around the globe, to be able to share your product or your service and your passion with the globe. And I think that's a fantastic thing. And with the system that we have, and the mentors that we have, and the leadership that are just willing to just share and teach and guide you, and you know, again, with the system, with the steps that are just laid out for you, there's just no way you can go wrong. You know, if you follow those commitments, and those, we call them 8 core commitments, if you follow those core commitments, you cannot go wrong. You're going to have success. So that's pretty exciting. Anyway, there's a little bit of my story and a little bit of the business. So
Wow, you know, awesome story. I can never get tired of just listening to you, Lori, as you just share your story with me, with us. And I really feel like we need to talk a little bit about the things you talked about, following acre commitment. But I'm just looking at the time, and I'm here at the library where I'm really strapped for time. I have to literally be out in 10 minutes. So, so we're gonna try to. Actually, is it okay if we make this a part 1, and we just
Good idea. Good idea.
I think it'll be great. You know, let's just go straight into just give a. I mean, valuable content you've shared so far. My story, Lori's story. I mean, absolutely awesome. You understand that there are processes in place, with a system that you cannot fail. I mean, understanding that there are tools, there's trainings, there's a community, there are mentors, in me, in Lori. I mean, being there to help you. I mean, if you commit to the process, failure is not an option. So let's go right into that. I get excited just even listening to the story. I just want to just keep on talking about it. Lori, when we're going through this training, we're talking about hypnotic selling. We're talking about how people can begin to operate in their business uh, such that their prospects are begging them, literally begging them to sign up with them. And I feel it comes with understanding the process. You know, we talked about process, we talked about a system, understanding the process that is involved. And one of the processes that is very, very critical that a lot of people don't pay attention to whenever they are presenting the opportunity to others. I mean, it's not about running through Walmart and trying to pitch people and trying to say, oh, I'm expanding an opportunity here on my business operations here, and I'm looking for one sharp person. You look like a sharp person. You get started with me. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about following through a process that people can align with that will make them hungry enough to say, man, I want to get started with you. They want to pull out their credit card. They are literally almost beating down your door so that they can get access to what you can align into. Why? Because of the process that they can follow. And I believe one of the processes that is key to people working with you, or to people uh, or to people wanting to sign up with you, is to understand that when you're presenting to them, you need to learn to break their state and capture their attention. Why? Because whenever you're presenting information to people, you agree with me that there's a whole lot of noise out there in the world. I mean, a lot of people competing for our attention. People, a lot of advertising going on, right? A lot of advertisement out there with people just wanting to just exchange money, exchange their value with our own money, right? They want to transfer of our money into their own bank account. With a lot of all that going on and a lot of attention being going everywhere, it's important that when we are presenting to our prospect, whenever you present to your prospect, you want to make sure that you're breaking their state, keeping them out of whatever it is that they're doing, and bringing their consciousness to focus on you. So you're breaking their state and you're capturing their attention. Because I believe that is very, very key. It's the number one thing that needs to be in place if if we are ever going to be successful with presenting in the way that people can align with your service, with your product, with your opportunity, and want to do business with you. Is you need to, number one, break their state, and you need to capture their attention, have them focused on you. Lori, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's great, and I can give a couple key elements that seem to be working for a lot of people. Give you this little secret tip here, and that is if you're doing video, which is the number one thing that people are looking to. So if you're putting up a blog or you're posting something on the Facebook, the video is the key. To have movement going on in the background, to have something that's exciting, that's moving. Whether you're and you know, the thing that I hear the most is to have water. If it's water, even better. So there's just one little thing. But when you're talking break state too, a lot of times I've seen the really, really successful leaders will be talking along like we are. Well, we're actually doing it each time we change who's talking. That's kind of like a break of state. And we might be saying, which I forgot to say, but I bet you did in the beginning, Dipo, to just thank everybody for taking the time out from what they could be doing. You could be doing something else. So really, you've broken your state just to be here with us tonight and to get away from all the other things. But and another thing that it makes me think of is a really good book I read again called The Purple Cow, and how there's a lot of stuff that we've been taught, and there's a lot of stuff that's out there. There's a lot of there are so-called gurus that are teaching how to break state, how to sell without selling. But if you really look, they're not giving you any of the information that you need. And the reality is the things that they're using don't work, like flyers, going to Walmart, making phone calls, cold calling, even cold and warm calling, that it's time to make a shift and to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. And I think more than anything, too, is being consistent. And, of course, Dipo is going to say probably the same thing, too, is that we both are just very we both have a really strong commitment and understanding of how important it is to use your brain, to use your belief, to use your thinking mechanisms to really step it up. And people know that. If I'm studious, well, you can see it with Dipo. You can tell he's confident. You can tell he knows what he's talking about. And when you have that, when you come in with that, people feel that. People know that. So if you're having a bad day, I know like LT, he'll say, well, then you need to do something to break state for yourself. You need to jump up and down. He has a say, empower, empower, empower. Empower yourself to have the energy, because energy doesn't just come to you. We've got to generate it. And so that is another big thing, that if you're not feeling it, then you want to be making sure that before you even talk to anybody, that you're in the right state of mind and you're believing in yourself and you're believing in the product or the service that you have, so that you can step into that and people are just going to want what you have. But more important than that, here, I don't want to tell all this stuff, but the other thing that comes to my mind, though, is more important than that is people aren't going to hear you or even want to talk to you unless you believe in them and they come first and you're willing to give. And when you're willing to give and you're willing to be a giver, people are going to come to you. They're going to resonate with you. Not everybody, because we're not casting out this huge net to catch everybody in the world, right? We want to resonate with just the people that want what we have and are in need of what our service or the product that we have. So there's a few things that just came to my mind, Dipo, as I was.
Wow, man, Lori, I think you have so much you want to deliver, and we just have 2 minutes
I know.
before the door opens up here, and I'm thrown out. Lori, do you mind if I just round up and
Yeah, go for
invite
it.
people to come to our next hangout?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I mean, I'm just so excited because of what Lori had just shared. I mean, and we are probably already taking notes as well too. Join us next week Thursday at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 7:30 or Central Standard Time, because we're going to be going to part two. I want you to know that we believe in you. Lori and I are taking a stand for you. This is just part one, and we have not even scratched the surface of what we intend to share with you about what you need to do in order to be able to get your prospect and beg you to do business with you. Number one, it involves you breaking the state, capturing their attention, right, and aligning them in the direction of where you want to take them. Right? This is Dipo and Lori taking a stand for you, saying that we believe in you. Um, we appreciate you taking the time to be here, and we want you to join force with us, right? If you like the opportunity to join force with Lori or myself, click the link that you're seeing below this video, right, and decide to take a stand for yourself, because we will believe in you until you get the opportunity to believe in yourself. But click the link below, and when you do that, you're gonna fill out the safe and secure order page. And when you do that and you hit the submit button, you will be connected with us, and then we will get the notification. And either our sales person or our assistants will connect with you to to schedule a one-on-one personal coaching session with us. This is Digo and Lori. We are out of time. And we look forward to reconnecting with you until next time. On behalf of Lori and myself, we're here saying have a good, have a wonderful, have an awesome day, because you absolutely deserve it. Bye again. Bye.
Yeah.